And I have to say this, the quickest way to get a letter delivered is if you put it inside a parcel. That's the fact of the matter, because they're privatising parcels as far as the deliveries are concerned. And last time I was in Corby delivery office, 6 deliveries never went out that day. The time before that, a postal worker volunteered to cover his own delivery on his day off, was told he couldn't. When he went back in the day after, the work was still there, the delivery hadn't gone out. I started at the Royal Mail in 1986 on an apprenticeship. I've walked the rounds, I've sorted the frames, and I've stood up for postal workers prior to coming to Parliament, but I've never seen postal services in such a crisis as they are today. The Royal Mail has been running to the ground and is currently broken. What the Minister's been able to do is get this government back in the room, because we've been locked out ever since it was privatised. And what the Last week, nationally, Royal Mail delivered just 76% of first-class quality and just 86% of second-class quality. They're not abstract numbers, as people has already said. They're missed hospital appointments, they're missed legal deadlines, they're missed chances to pay bills on time. The current board are responsible for the biggest failure in quality of service, the biggest attack on its workforce, and the creation of a two-tier workforce. That leads to delay after delay, and it's impacting our communities. I've had representations from Oundle, Thrapston, Rawn, Stanwick, Corby, telling me about the problems that people have. Not just the customers who are rightly angry. It's postal workers as well, because they take pride in their job. They take pride in the service that they give. Postal workers want to deliver the service that customers want. They want to serve their neighbours and they want to serve their communities. But they can only do that with fair and honest discussion and with harmonised conditions, working together as one organisation and with workers treated with dignity. By thanking postal workers across the country for the magnificent job that they do all year round. And just to remind those people opposite, seeking assurances, I'll remind you that it was under the coalition government that the Royal Mail was privatised in the first place. With none of the assurances, that we've currently got. People deserve a service. This is a service. It's a unique service. It keeps their communities connected, and it's got a legal obligation under a universal service obligation to make sure that that's done. Considering that Royal Mail is legally obliged to deliver a universal service obligation and to keep our communities connected, would the Minister join me in calling on the owners of Royal Mail to honour their agreement, to end the two-tier workforce, to bring new entrants' terms and conditions up to the same standard as those of substantive Royal Mail employees, which is leading to 50% of new entrants leaving the service within 1 year, which is leading to a decimation in the quality of service. Now, the problem we've got as well is the competition cherry-picking, because the final mile delivery is the most expensive part of it. So they'll go in, they'll pick up the bulk mail, they'll spread it and sort it, then they give it back to Royal Mail and say, right, you deliver it, because we can't afford to do that, because there ain't no money in it. In addition to that, they're taking parcels as well, giving them to the Royal Mail and saying, you deliver the final mile in rural areas, because they can't afford to do it. Can the government give us some assurances that those responsible for that ain't going to walk away with it filling up their wallets and they can turn around and apologise for what they've done?
One minute. Worth waiting for. My honourable friend has deep experience in this area, and I welcome his engagement with the main delivery office in Corby, where Royal Mail tell me they are currently recruiting 9 new postal workers.
Well, I thank my honourable friend for his questions and his service in the Royal Mail.
Well, he's absolutely correct to highlight that the quality of service issues are linked directly with issues around the terms and conditions of the workers.
Everyone is identifying that there is a major failing and a problem, and I think the Minister would do very well to follow up with the Corby and East Northampton MP, who has a huge amount of experience in this area, and bring that in and look at how that can be brought within government.
My honourable friend gives me the opportunity to do what I've not done so far, which is to say that whatever criticisms honourable members across the House have, it's in no way a critique of the work of our heroic posties up and down the country.